going on between staff members.
Hello.
You let me know, and we talk some more. So, do you have anything to tell me? No.
All right then.
I'm far too busy to have.
I guess
I don't have.
we're live.
What are we talking about right now?
Wait. You work at a diner. You work at the diner on
guys.
campus?
I work at the buffet and
Guys.
the fast food.
Guys,
Yeah.
Are we streaming?
live. Yes.
You should have told me.
I was
That's great.
going
Hello,
to.
Catherine's followers.
Oh, I just shared the link, so the only people who would probably be watching this part would be whoever is
Too bad we don't have like Halloween masks, and then the only person they could see is Catherine, and everybody else would just be like in Halloween costume.
ha. Yeah, maybe.
I'll just stay out of the shot.
I'm trying to, but it's harder for me. Here we go. Perfect.
There we go. All right, so I should have live chat going. Yeah. Hello, hello. So, hi. I am carving my boyfriend's pumpkin, really, and he's carving mine because we wanted to carve different stencils. But damn it. This stencil works best on this pumpkin, and can I show them your pumpkin? And this crazy pumpkin, with the crazy handle, it works best with this stencil, or this stencil works best with this pumpkin. So he is going to be doing this design, and I'll do the flaming skull. And where did the poker go? You got the poker?
I stole the poker.
He stole the poker. I think, man, part of me wishes.
Do you have a second poker?
I don't have a second poker. I think I broke the second poker a while ago. I could probably. Ooh, you know what I could use as second poker? Toothpick.
That would actually work.
Resourcefulness. I'll get the whole thing because I might go through a lot. So, no Cthulhu pumpkin. I am sorry.
That's a really good idea, though.
Yeah, Cthulhu pumpkin's really good. Sorry if you guys hear a fan going. Carolyn, my awesome freaking roommate, is making pie. Right? It's a Colorado pie. Sounds delicious. So yeah, we already scooped everything out and put the stencils on, and Matthew doesn't want to go on camera. But next year I'll do a Cthulhu pumpkin. Maybe I'll do like a cat Cthulhu pumpkin, which is like the cat version of Cthulhu. That would be probably really cute. Like
Furry.
Not furry. But it would probably be really cute. I think James would adore that because he's a huge cat person and Lovecraft fan. How are you guys doing? King in yellow is superior eldritch god. Cat is no, I'm not a furry.
Furry.
Not a furry. Actually, speaking of furries, so me and Matthew went to Walmart. That's where we got these pumpkins. We originally were gonna go to a pumpkin patch on a farm, and we get there and it's a festival, and they're like, yeah, it's $10 to enter the festival per person to get, and then that's how you can get a pass to go into the pumpkin patch, which you have to ride a tractor to. And then once you're there, any pumpkin you pick is $10 or less. But like $10 for a pumpkin that's about this size or even slightly smaller is insane. I was like, Matthew, let's just go to Walmart. I am a weeb, but I'm not a furry. So we went to Walmart and we got these massive pumpkins. I can't remember the last time I carved a pumpkin this big. I normally carve smaller ones because for years I was carving pumpkins. My family grew because I insisted we grow pumpkins because I'm crazy like that.
Yep.
Matthew thinks I'm too serious about pumpkins. Maybe I am. So it looks like there's only, I guess there's a total of 3 watching because I'm also watching, so I can see the chat. Why so serious? A good old
Apparently,
Joker.
it's not an art; it's a science.
No, I said it's a science, not an art.
But you're like one of those art teachers.
Exactly the same thing.
Wait, I meant it's an art, not a science. And there goes that toothpick. Hope we get another one. Oh, hey, God, Pikachu! Hi. How's it going? Where was I? Right, I was poking here. I'm probably gonna go through a. There goes the second toothpick. Hi, I am using toothpicks instead of the poker because
I stole it.
my boyfriend, who is refusing to be on camera,
That's right.
is using the poker.
I am currently the disembodied voice talking to you from the sidelines.
Can you guys hear Matthew?
Hopefully not.
But it's fun. Ah,
I'll
thanks.
switch you to poker if you want to play with the toothpick. I'll play with the toothpicks for a while.
Wait. And okay. You're gonna have to go through the road. Yay, we're switching. Oh, this is gonna be so. Ooh, you made it nice and warm. So, cut those. Yes, I do go through a lot. Oh, is that the soy boy voice in the background? Yes, the soy boy voice in the background is my boyfriend, but he's not a soy boy.
What the heck is a soy boy?
Don't ask.
I'm not gonna ask. Never mind. I retract the question.
You can't retract the question. I will use a knife. I am following the stencil of a flaming skull, which is pretty badass, isn't it? Oh, someone answered your question, Matthew. It's a meme.
Cool. Good answer.
Hi, Q. Yeah, it does look rad. Matthew actually found this stencil while I was finishing a memo. So you can thank him for finding such an awesome stencil. And Matthew is doing a tree. I'm gonna rip the piss out of him for not knowing what a soy was. Okay, God Pikachu, you can rip him a new one in the comments, and I could read it out loud to, well, not comments, but the live chat, and I could read it aloud too. I might make it sound a little nicer because I love him, but thank you guys for coming. I wasn't sure how many people would actually really enjoy seeing me poke holes into a pumpkin and then carve it up and mutilate it into art. I'm not. Let's see. I saw a really good one earlier that looked like someone had the skin peeled off of their face. That's actually awesome. I've also seen people do special effects art on their faces, making it look like they were peeling away the skin on their face to reveal a demon underneath, which was pretty awesome. That was apparently a huge Instagram trend or something before I got an Instagram account. Have I noticed any of my clothes going missing? No. No, he's trying to make some a different kind of comments.
Oh, never mind.
Carolyn, when I read Pikachu, when I read your comment aloud, my roommate said, "We're not the same size," and I was like, "It's not about that." She goes, "Oh."
Don't worry, Carolyn. My mind was more on your level.
We're just normies.
Yeah, I'm not edgy enough.
Yeah, I have apparently attracted the attention of a number of edgy people.
Gee, I wonder why.
I don't know. I have to. Oh, thank you, Will. Thank you. So it took me so long to really read and comprehend that. So is his aspiration to be a lumberjack? Matthews? I think his aspiration is to build a rocket ship. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Matthew's doing an aerospace engineering major. He's thinking about he's also currently still in a physics major, but he's thinking about dropping that because the waves class he's in is hell. And he's been told that it's only gonna be just as bad from here on out. And he's like, no, thank you. Let's see. I think the edgy people's attraction was the promise of a twerking. Oh, I totally forgot about that. That was Omegon. Omegon started that, didn't he? I think he did. Oh, so my roommate Carolyn also watches Omegon. So there was like something where like when I got 100 Twitter followers or something like that, I was gonna do. Omegon's like, do a twerking video. I'm just like, or was that 200 followers? Something like that. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, it's hilarious. Or was that Will? Oh. Yeah, I don't have too much to go. I mean, I have more than I used to because I have gained a little weight in the last 2 years, although I made that promise. Or not promise, but that was a suggestion back in like February or something. Oh, Matthew, God Pikachu actually has a degree in physics.
Really?
Yeah. Cool beans, man. Physics is actually pretty cool. It just can be a headache every once in a while. Matthew's like, you mean like all the time? Right? That's how I'm reading your face.
We're learning quantum mechanics in waves. That's a sophomore level course, by the way.
You didn't take that at community college?
They don't offer that there.
A sober sword dance. Yes, that was another thing that people suggested. Oh, someone else here has a degree in aeronautical and mechanical engineering. Carolyn is a mechanical engineering major, and then I'm the civvy. So I'm in a room full of nerds. So yeah. And Will, weren't you in the process of getting some sort of engineering degree before you dropped out? Oh yeah, Will was thinking about going into mechanical engineering. So yeah, it looks like this is a stream of science people. Hey, science people. Science people can get into art. Let's see. Carolyn needs to parade for us.
No.
Carolyn said no.
Is perfectly fine spooning
Colorado
pie into pie crust.
If you can't hear Carolyn, she said no. Carolyn is perfectly fine scooping Colorado pie into pie crust. She's making a meat pie of sorts, and it looks fantastic. It's probably one of the heartiest meals I've ever seen her make because usually it's a lot of potatoes. It's almost nothing but potatoes. But potatoes are safe because potatoes do not have gluten or corn. And poor Carolyn is allergic to gluten and corn. So one of the people here works as a chef and has never used his degree. That's the aeronautical and mechanical engineering engineer. God Pikachu says, well, at least she's in the kitchen where women belong.
I'd spend more time in here if I had more time to spend.
Well, I mean, you spend like half your time in a kitchen anyway, working 25 hours a week. Carolyn works in the dining halls on campus, or two of them. What? Anyway, but she works a lot, which is why I almost never see her, it seems. But yeah. Gluten and corn are in everything. Yeah, well, they are almost And God, Pikachu was like, so she knows her place then. But yeah, Oki, can I call you Oki Naive? Yeah, it can be hard for no, I don't know how to have no delay in my stream. This is my first stream, as in me streaming. Of course, you guys know that I've been in D&D streams and karaoke streams and other sorts of streams with Jason and Sith and Will and stuff. Yeah, I don't know how to stop the delay on the stream, but I feel like no matter what, there's going to be delay, and this is working so far. How many toothpicks have you gone through, Matthew?
2.
2? This must be a really thick-skinned pumpkin then, because I went through 3. So that's impressive, Matthew. Good job. Oh, wait, where did I put the rest? Oh, you brought the rest of the pumpkin carving stuff. So is there 0 delay here? There is a lot of delay. Use a safety pin.
Slow.
I can't remember where the safety pins are, if we have any. I think we might actually. Did I bring my dance kit down?
I don't know, did you?
I don't know. I've always had a bunch of safety pins in there because when I competed in dance, Highland dancing, we would have numbers. We would be identified by numbers, and we would have to pin the numbers to our kilt aprons in the front of our skirts. And when we were doing the hornpipe, we had them pinned to our shirts, our Cracker Jack shirts. Use a chainsaw.
I like it.
It looks like Pikachu and Matthew would get along. Not now. Maybe when we're doing the really delicate, hard stuff, we'll use a chainsaw. You know, that's how you do it, right? Delays sometimes are good. It allows the data to render and buffer a bit. Yeah, definitely. Plus, I don't mind the delay at all. You have you noticed any delay? Is what I'm trying to convey. Chainsaw is just for opening boxes and cutting the top off of pumpkins. I think it's also getting good for getting the top off of people too.
Why stop at the top?
Yeah, why stop with the top? I mean, just look at Doom Guy.
He doesn't need a chainsaw though.
That's true. He doesn't need a chainsaw, but chainsaws are fun.
So we have no safety pins, but we have 2 multimeters, a bunch of oscilloscope probes, a couple of pairs of pliers, 7 or 8 screwdrivers, and a hammer.
So what I'm hearing is we're gonna build a chainsaw.
I don't want to destroy your special, delicate stuff that you had to buy, Carolyn.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Because Carolyn had to shell out money and to do labs at home, like oscilloscopes and whatnot, because in the applied electrical theory, right? Or is that, yeah, she's taking applied electrical theory, and her class doesn't have like labs in a lab. They have to buy their own meters and probes and everything and do the labs at home in their dorms and apartments. So I've gotten to know at least one of Carolyn's classmates. She's nice. Yeah, but it kind of sucks that Carolyn has to buy so much.
She said she was not surprised by the way that you dressed.
What, Brenna?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, when she first met you, you were already in your PJs, and then she ran into you on campus. I don't know. If you
Oh yeah.
She said she thought you dressed the way that you should probably dress. So it fitted.
Yeah. I was wearing So Brenna, who's the girl that Carolyn has been doing labs with, Brenna has normally seen me in my pajamas, And the first time she actually saw me in like day clothes, I was wearing one of my goth dresses that has lace sleeves and has a high-low skirt, you know, like really nice Hot Topic stuff, which I know a lot of you are like, Matthew, you know I look great in that dress. Don't deny it.
I'm obligated to say Hot Topic cringe.
Well, I find nice stuff at Hot Topic, and frankly, it's actually pretty cheap for decent, like, cheap alternative stuff.
A friend who's so tall he really can only buy his pants from Hot Topic.
Really?
I
So,
never get them special ordered. Yeah.
so Carolyn just said she knows a guy who's so tall that he can only really get his pants from Hot Topic or special order them. So that's interesting. So I guess if you're tall, Hot Topic's an option. Plus, they also generally have pretty cool pants, in my opinion. A lot of people will stereotype a Hot Topic pants as just being like with chains and stuff, which granted those exist, but I think they're awesome. Unironically, I have zero shame in that. Okay, so chainsaws are for everything. So, Kat, have you and him and Carolyn ever gotten drunk and had a threesome? No! No. God, Pikachu, man. Blood for the Pumpkin King. All hail Jack! Okay. So that's some bullshit. If I'm buying my own lab equipment, I can get an automatic pass, or I'm burning the place down.
On the upside, I got an oscilloscope.
Yeah, Rihanna said on the upside she has an oscilloscope. I'm not sure how much of her voice you can hear. So it has to be cheap. 12-year-olds don't have money. Hey, I didn't start getting clothes from Hot Topic until I was 15. I was late to the party. So
I wonder if you could use a bandsaw.
a bandsaw?
A bandsaw to
You
carve
could
pumpkins.
definitely use a bandsaw.
That would be hilariously fun.
You know what is hilariously fun? Musical saws. Because have you ever heard of the musical saw?
Yes.
Matthew, did I show you the musical saw?
Nope.
Okay, so
Oh,
musical
boy.
saws, they're like old-fashioned saws that
You
you...
always just say yes.
What happened? Did you cut yourself?
No, I'm good.
Did you mess up on the tree, Matthew?
No, the tree's still happy for now.
Is the cat unhappy?
The cat's going to be unhappy. Let's put it that way.
Did you decapitate the cat?
No, I don't think it.
More in the spirit of Halloween.
That's true, because that's what I was gonna say as a nice save for you, Matthew. So have you giant
My pumpkin spit at me.
did you know you can machine a French fry on a clapped out Bridgeport milling machine? No. I didn't even know. I think there was a such thing as a Bridgeport milling machine, actually. Most of what I know about anywhere named Bridgeport is that there's a place called Bridgeport in West Virginia where I used to compete in dance, Highland dance competitions, because there was a Scottish Highland Games there. It doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately.
The town, not the Highland Games.
No. The Highland Games doesn't exist anymore, but the town does exist. I had fun getting stuck in a ditch there because there's a creek.
Well, that's all the town was. That's why it doesn't exist anymore. The ditch filled in.
Going around the high school track field and whatnot, where all the games are happening. It was like a moat that was just a creek that went through there, and it had eroded a nice ditch. Basically, it was practically like this cliff sort of thing going on. I forget the exact terms, but I got stuck in there with some of my fellow children of athletes back when I was like 6, 7, 8. It was before I was competing in dance. I started competing in dance when I was 9. So I must have been like 7 or 8, maybe it was 6. And it was me, my brother, and then there was the collie kid, so Connor, and I forgot his sister's name. But anyway, we got stuck in this ditch. We were covered in mud, and I was able to like get everyone else out, but I was stuck behind. Well, actually, I think Connor was stuck behind too, and everyone had to get help to get me and Connor out. That was fun. It actually was, because I remember it. And it was kind of like, I messed up. But
In the tape.
the tape, here's the tape.
Thank you.
See, the time is gone. Check the news. Everyone needs an oscilloscope and a multimeter and a variable power supply. I think you mean supply. Yeah, there you go. You connected
Hey,
yourself.
honestly,
It got
at least
nuked.
having a voltmeter is a really useful thing to have.
Yeah. Let's see. I built my own variac a few years back, but I fried it. Aw, that's sad. There was a zombie outbreak there, and they carpet bombed the place and covered it up. No, that's not what happened before.
Yeah, they filled in the ditch. We've been over this.
No. Normally, when you get stuck in a ditch, you don't leave. Yeah. Actually, the Bridgeport Highland Games were, not sure if you guys, any of you have heard of the band Albanoch, but they're a Scottish group, or they just mostly bang on drums. They would perform there back when they went by the name Clan and Drumma, all spelled in Gaelic and everything, and I got to go on stage with them when I was a little girl, and it was fun. You know,
the real poker for a second. I think I need to.
You need to fix something, yeah.
Yeah, I need
sure.
to give it a little more definition because some of these
Oh
these
yeah.
holes aren't getting defined well.
I poked it. Got it. So fired in the ditch with bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor, man. Let's see, because you don't turn on new equipment, you take it up seriously, a multimeter is a useful tool. Yes.
I have 2. My sister gave me one for Christmas, and then I had to buy one for school.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. So what's Carolyn making in the kitchen? She said a Colorado pie, which involves like 1.5 pounds of meat, apparently. Or did you use all 3 pounds of ground beef?
It involves 1.5 pounds of meat, but I made all 3
I
pounds.
don't feel like
Okay. What,
I
Matthew?
don't feel like a Colorado pie would involve something else.
What, like cow testicles?
Not exactly what I was
Why would
thinking.
that be the immediate thought you go to?
Rocky Mountain oysters?
Carol, do you know what I was going for there?
Maybe.
What what Colorado's known for?
But, the reason I'm glad I got Catherine for virgin.
What? Because we're both equally messy in a way.
The other one was in danger of getting me on a drugs bust, so.
What? The other one was what?
From Florida.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to room with someone from Florida. That would be dangerous. I mean, you got the dangerous Florida man. However, the Fairfax County man is also pretty dangerous, but usually just to themselves. Carolyn, did you ever see the video of the guy from Fairfax County who ran himself over?
Yep, that was a fun one.
That's hilarious. I will never stop loving that clip. So the guy was getting pulled over by the cops, or the cops were like chasing him down because of suspicion of drunk driving. The dude just confirmed their suspicion by, as there was like pulling over, he got out of his moving vehicle that he was driving and then ran in front of his car, which was still moving. And that's how you run yourself over, which is great because I remember watching what was it? The Monty Python skit, what was it? Where it was the biggest twit, whatever competition. And there's one part where a guy, he like runs himself over. And I was always like, how the hell do you do that? Well,
There you go.
I learned because of the Fairfax County man. YouTube censored homo. But it's okay with the word gay. That's actually really hilarious. So for anyone who's seeing this, so God Pikachu's like, haha. And then Kevin typed the word homo. But that's giving me the option of whether or not to show or hide it. But when Kevin typed gay, it went through. I thought, you'd think that gay would be considered the more offensive one.
No.
But no, homo is. Freaking toothpicks. Oh, do you need the poker anymore, Matthew? Thank you. I heard you sawing away there. See, the adventures of Florida Man are always funny. Yes, they are. There's a D&D YouTube channel called Man Shorts, and I know I've shared a number of their videos on Twitter. Absolutely hilarious. Especially if you're like into D&D, even if you aren't huge into D&D, if you just like sort of know some of the basic rules,
You probably won't understand it.
well, I've gotten people who don't know D&D well to understand it with just a quick rundown of basically if you want to do anything, you have to roll and see if you succeed or not. And just with that brief explanation, I don't know if the censor is on. I just started live streaming. I'm like, how do I get this to work? And I got it to work. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm rolling. Anyway, where was I? Right. So they do hilarious videos of like different fake D&D editions. And one of my favorite series that they do is Florida Edition. And you try to type profanity and see how that works. I have 0 mods because I knew that there would only be like a few people watching. It looks like we lost one person.
Too much profanity, obviously.
But yeah, this is just going to be a tiny little stream. I know I normally do music stuff on this channel, but anyway, back to Florida Edition. But they do, each of the characters, their actions are based off of actual stories. Yeah, the censor's on apparently, I guess, unless you guys can't see what unless you guys can see what Will just typed, but he typed yeah, I guess the censor's on. Yeah, the sensor's on automatically.
That would make sense.
I don't mind if you guys swear. I just, I'm trying to get this pumpkin in. I guess I'm not doing D&D tonight. She won't ever repeat it. Well, I don't want to scar my roommate and my boyfriend.
Too late.
That's true. I have said things. But I don't want to do it further. Especially with what I said at Matthew's birthday party.
Oh, my gosh.
Where I explained some of the stuff that my high school D&D group did, which is not very child friendly. It involves one of the things involves our druid summoning 3 octopi and them in a room with a vampire cult leader. I'll let you and your imagination lead to wherever that goes. Did you mess up, Matthew?
I'm not entirely certain.
Well, if you messed up, it's kind of hard to recover from it when carving a pumpkin.
You're not wrong.
But, whatever it is, it's not like many people are going to go to my door because our apartment is a basement and our door's on the back of the house. So I doubt that there's going to be any kids walking around to the back of this building unless they're used to trick-or-treating back here. So I have some nerds and Laffy Taffy just in case.
I'll eat them.
Matthew, you have your candy corn, Matthew.
So? Oh, well, he's going to have a slightly butchered
So
eye.
if you want so it's a word used to describe the law-abiding people of. I don't mind scarring them, cat. You know this. Yes, I know. And yeah, we'll just type swear words. One person didn't. A couple people didn't. But let's see. Was there tentacles and whipped cream involved? With the D&D group, yeah, there were tentacles, and whipped cream might be a good euphemism.
Oh, Lord Almighty.
I think that day I was actually late to the D&D session, so I walked in on that, I'm like, so what's going on? They're like, well, we're in this church of cultists who worship a vampire, and our cleric party leader is in the process of converting them to Mormonism. By the way, our druid summoned 3 octopi, and they're upstairs with the cult leader doing things. And I was like, oh, well, I missed a lot. Hey, Matthew, can I have the tape?
Whoever it is now. Oh, yeah, sure.
It's with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my heart is with you. That's okay.
At the top of a pumpkin.
I'm surprised it didn't, make noise earlier.
I think.
So did someone do a critical fail so everyone in the group fisted them? No, I can't. I'm not sure how much my party actually critically failed. We critically succeeded a lot. The only time that I can really remember anyone critically failing, it's when they actually tried. Actually, I'm not sure if they actually critically failed it, but I know they failed at a gravity check. So what happened was
He failed the gravity.
Yes. Well, let me explain why he failed the gravity check. So we were in a temple, this old abandoned ruined temple and whatnot, and there were a whole lot of stairs. And our dwarven cleric was like, I don't want to walk that. Hey, can I roll a gravity check and see if can I trip myself, roll a gravity check, and then see if I succeed or fail. And if I fail, then I'll fall up the steps. And so our DM was like, okay. James was hilarious. He was the DM. Apparently it won't even say globe tards is okay. Because we'll just said failed at gravity, take that, globe tards. Stuart, who was playing Roloff Stone Thunder, the perpetually intoxicated, Roloff tripped himself, Stuart rolled the gravity check, and it failed to meet the DC, so he fell up the stairs. So here, I will show Will's thing. That was funny. Let's see. So, so Kat, what?
So basically, people are just testing the sensor at this point.
That's what I'm hearing.
I don't think that even Will was testing the sensor. I think he was just going along with what I was saying. So, Kat, what objects do? Oh my gosh! Of all the things not to get censored, really, God Pikachu? Really?
Do I need? Do I?
Matthew, I
know?
don't want to read this aloud just in case some future employer finds this stream. I don't want to have a clip of me reading God Pikachu's last comments aloud.
Wow.
No, it's not, I guess, well, it depends. That's why. Do you want to read it?
Not really.
I'm staying off of the stream. I assumed it was something of that nature.
Yeah. So my thing got censored, but that didn't. How? Well, probably because maybe because your word ended with tard, which is part of the word retard, which people are saying is too offensive now. But for me, like, if the shoe fits, you know. But none of what God Pikachu typed involves no words, I guess. So I guess you can use words in such a way that create a naughty message, but if those words themselves aren't considered naughty by YouTube's algorithm, then you can get away with it and it won't get censored. Oh, Will's like, it's because I'm black, isn't it? The racist, sexist, homophobic algorithm, that darn algorithm that can't tell, stuff apart, can totally recognize race. That actually reminds me of the whole debacle with Amazon's algorithm and all that. Does the fan still need to be on?
No,
Oh, it's fine. There we go. I don't feel like I'm shouting over a fan in order to hear myself. But yeah, the Amazon's thing.
I had technical difficulties because it doesn't have a puncture in here. Apparently, the pumpkin just
Is too thick.
is too thick.
Do you want to?
Oh, the stencil has reached the end of its natural
I was gonna
lifespan.
say, do you want to thin it out a little more with a scooper?
The die has been cast.
Did you already carve it out?
I've already carved part of it out, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just going with it, and I'm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
God Pikachu's extraordinarily dirty remarks gets through,
I'm going.
but the sentence, the flow of water must be retarded, doesn't go through. But in that case, retarded it may not be used in an offensive way, because you could say that it is slowed down.
that is the technical
Definition.
Precisely.
Of the word.
Exactly. So, like, imagine if someone did a whole stream talking about the retardation factor of a pollutant that is in groundwater, which is a thing that's a throwback to my intro to environmental engineering class. There's a retard. So it takes longer for pollutants to flow through soil and whatnot than pure water. So there's a retardation factor. And so if someone, I wonder if that would demonetize someone. That'd be interesting. Oh, it looks like we lost 2 viewers. Oh, well. I mean, it's probably pretty boring watching me just poke into a pumpkin and talk like crazy.
How are you still poking it?
Matthew, because A, I'm talking, and B, there's a lot more to poke than yours. A lot more. And it's also like fine detail because there's a lot of flame. I'm going to try typing something innocuous. Yeah, so it seems innocuous stuff can get censored, but really naughty stuff won't. Yes, I do have sass. Thank you. I have actually a couple friends, or at least one, that
You just have one friend?
No, let me finish. So there's a friend that I kind of made in middle school, and I've sort of kept in touch with her. I went to Virginia Beach with her and stuff, and she is very left-wing. But one of the reasons why she'll still like stand me and enjoy me and whatnot is because of my sass, and also I can understand her. Because she too is a Hot Topic cringe, and also she has had to deal with like hardships most people don't. Like I love her to death, man. But like she was in foster care and stuff, and you know, she needs support. She actually got like 2 concussions a year or 2 ago. It was bad. I should probably put myself on Do Not Disturb. I forgot to do that on Discord. Where was I? Right. So she had gotten like a scholarship and whatnot. But then she got 2 concussions, and she just like repeat concussions. Like she was almost done recovering from the first concussion, and then she got a second concussion because someone pushed her in the metro, in like a metro station, that caused her to fall and hit her head really, really hard. The first concussion, she like fell down the stairs. But you know, she's nice. I like her, and I'm glad that she'll still reach out an olive branch to me. It was really fun playing Cards Against Humanity with her. The last time I was at her house for Halloween, she would invite me to her Halloween parties, which is super duper sweet. I guess last Halloween I didn't go to a Halloween party, so I guess it was 2 years ago. So I can't spell. I guess you can't. So yeah, he must have had that trouble a lot with not having much to poke. What with No, Matthew was not using this poker for a lot of it. He was using toothpicks, which don't always work. So Fossier, if she wants to join you in making a Gonzo. Really? What is with you and Gonzo films, man? I actually forget exactly what a Gonzo film was.
Don't ask.
But I know you described it once in detail. In response to some Twitter post I made. Let's see. Bless you. Thank you. I'm almost done with the flames, and then I can do the mouth, the nose, and the eyes, and then take the stencil off, and then finally start actually carving into it.
Slow.
Yes, I am slow, Matthew. I am slow, especially when I'm talking and reading, and I have more advanced stuff. And I guess we won't be doing the haunted corn maze. I mean,
Probably not.
it's $10 too, and it's gonna be cold. Maybe next year. Do you want to do it next year? Maybe.
Sure.
in the likelihood that we are still in a relationship, which I hope we are, we can do the haunted corn maze next year and pay the $10.
Might be more than that by then.
Cost of inflation.
Maybe I'll get monies from an internship that won't be just going towards paying for rent in whatever place I am renting over the summer for an internship.
Don't bet on it.
I'm not going to, but I really do need an internship. Yes, I'm slow. Basically, me, you, your hot topic, me, a video camera, and everyone has a good time in bed while
You should probably stop reading there.
I did.
Read first, then read aloud.
What did I do?
Ow. My freaking eczema. I'm not sure how much you guys can see it. But my eczema is like really, really bad. It's splitting. I'm in pain. I'm bleeding almost every night. It sucks. Hey, can we get a witness me from the roommate? No, Carolyn wants to stay off camera. Go get something for that cat. Well, I have stuff
She just doesn't use it.
all the time. But I'm starting to use it again.
Almost done.
What do you call that?
I'm not sure if my microphone picked up on my neck cracking.
Probably.
Oof. Yeah, I'll put more stuff on it later. What's going on, Matthew? I'd suggest, can I see what you're doing? Hold on.
I should be pushing it out, not in.
Oh, what I would do
Mm-hmm.
is you're taking out this part.
Yeah.
So, like, cut the parts that you're taking out
Mm-hmm.
so that it's in smaller chunks and it's easier to get out that way. Matthew hasn't carved a pumpkin in years. So, no, I will not get Carolyn to show feet.
Carolyn, you're like a movie star now.
Yeah, she doesn't even need to show her face. Yeah, I veto the notion to show feet.
Get out of there.
Just make sure you're getting out the right stuff. You don't want to, take out a chunk that you're supposed to keep in the pumpkin. That would
funny.
That would be disaster. I think I've done that before.
That's what I call funny.
It really sucks when that happens.
Funny, sad.
Cat needs to show feet also. Well, I'm kind of wearing shoes.
That.
So there's my foot in a shoe.
See that.
I'm doing it.
I have big feet.
Successfully back.
Yay! Matthew got the bat to show. Did you carve the eyes out of the bat?
Yes.
Yay!
So do we have any sort of tool that's for pushing these things out?
I can go get you a screwdriver.
I feel like the problem with it is that it would just through the pumpkin.
You know, we only.
And not if it's a large enough screwdriver.
True that. True.
So well responded with, we know, we only mess with her because we trust her to take care of you, Cat. Oh, I take care of myself. Don't you worry. Matthew. Hey, I've been the one who's been cleaning the bathroom.
There goes my toothpick. Why? Thank you.
Well, maybe.
I have some shoes like that.
Alright, I'll tell you something else.
Hi, Pikachu. thank you for the offer, but I have a boyfriend, and as I mentioned, I can take care of myself.
He might not be able to. Alright.
Oh, you're using the Chinese chopsticks. And as long as they don't get snapped.
They're not. I'm not going to apply that much torque.
Oh yeah, thank you. Matthew, so my grandfather lived in China for a while, and he got this nice set of chopsticks that came with silk placemats and this thing to hold the chopsticks with. And my mom was going to give that to Goodwill, but I snagged it and kept it and brought it here. And he's using one of those chopsticks to push
pumpkin matter.
Pumpkin matter.
I'm sorry
the
that
pumpkin.
I'm dishonoring
My pumpkin.
your chopsticks by using it as a pumpkin pusher.
Oh no, I'm just explaining what's going on.
Okay.
I'm not mad. It's just as long as you don't break them and damage them and whatnot, I'm fine.
I'm using it as a blunt tool.
Actually, it might be safer and easier if you just use the ones that I got from Girl Scout camp in 2006.
You're not wrong.
Because those are probably like dollar store chopsticks, and although I've been using them for so long, I mean they're probably more easily replaceable than like
Which ones are those?
the ones that have the red band on them. Those ones, yes. Those are my dollar store Girl Scout camp ones. Because in 2006, the Girl Scout camp I went to, the theme was Japan. And there's the chopsticks, if they even got into the camera shot. Yeah, they got into the camera shot.
Wow, that lag is like almost 10 seconds.
Yeah, but it works. I'm not too worried. I'm just talking into a camera. And seeing who listens. I've been struck down by my sister. Ouch. So,
Yeah, I did.
see, you might not be able to get to walk for a few.
Where's the one?
Really,
Should be there.
God, Pikachu.
I
See,
wasn't
that didn't
sure
go
if I-
over as
yeah, I
heartfelt
think
as I thought it would.
think
What?
that
Which
it's just
one? Oh no,
unbelievably
I got what you
annoying.
meant. Well, to me, it went over heartfelt. It's my boyfriend laughed, and Carolyn laughed. Mostly Matthew laughed. I can't remember if Carolyn laughed. It's been too long.
What are we talking about?
Exactly. Will's comments about how they're only teasing, they're only messing with you because they trust you to take care of me.
They didn't see me try. No, never mind. Staying out of this.
Really, let's be honest. I've been at the apartment more time than you have, Carolyn.
This is a true statement. You were here when I leave in the morning, and you were here when I get back in the evening.
You've spent more weekends here, that's for sure. But I've spent more time in the apartment as a whole. Not sure what that says about me, but that's just a true statement right there. I'm almost done. Ooh, Eve. Because Kat is a basement dweller. Well, that is a true statement. I am a basement dweller. That is one of the truest statements that has ever been made through this entire stream.
That and that you're Hot Topic cringe.
Yes, that and I'm Hot Topic cringe. But Hot Topic cringe works on me.
Fucking see.
Honestly, I'm not sure how good I would look wearing like tank tops and Ugg boots. Well, I can wear tank tops, but like the Ugg boots or like those white shoes that so many girls are wearing, and I don't really. I mean, I'll wear skinny jeans, but I've never worn yoga pants. I don't want to wear yoga pants unless I were like to. Well, no, I can wear shorts while working out.
I can use
What?
Nothing.
What did you do to the stencil?
Nothing.
Emphasis on hot. I'll see myself. Wait, what? What did I miss? She can't be a basement dweller. I don't see any Cheetos or energy drinks anywhere.
Because your brother's not here.
Carolyn just said, that's because your brother's not here.
He drinks a lot of energy drinks.
Yeah,
He's
my
not a Cheeto.
yeah, he's not a Cheeto person.
Is he a Dorito person?
No, he's not a Dorito person either. But he is an energy drink person.
I see.
Well, especially like with his job, he needs a lot of energy. Because my brother works at a mall as security for now. What?
Nothing.
Fun story. So my brother, for a while, my brother works at an upper class mall, in Tyson's, formerly known as Tyson's Corner in Northern Virginia, which is a developing city. Though it just used to be like a crossroads with a general store run by a farmer. It's quickly developed in like 60 years. Where was I? Right. So there's two big malls. You have Tyson's 1 and Tyson's 2. Tyson's 2 is also known as Tyson's Galleria. And that's where the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, and all these other like really high-end retail stores and designer stores are. If you want to get your $215 slip-on sandals, that's the mall to go to.
Wait, isn't slip-on sandals just
Yeah, like the ones that we got at Sensations for like $5.
But isn't that just, called flip-flops?
No, there's slip-on sandals and then there's flip-flops.
Flip-flops have the toes.
Yeah, flip-flops have a toe piece.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but those stupid like little slide-on sandals, that are only supposed to be used in showers and at beaches and at pools and whatnot. Gucci sells those sorts of things for like about as much as my chainmail bikini costs. It's insane, and they're not even good looking.
So is the price of your chainmail bikini.
At least it's handmade and is actually pretty cool and is probably a more reasonable price for considering the type of merchandise it is. Ugly slip-on rubber sandals going for $215 US.
Because they have a brand name on them.
Yeah, just because they have a brand name on them, it's...
So it's not perfect, but it's okay.
That's nice. So I think I'm finally done punching all the holes. Well, look, you try punching all this.
I don't think that's what you're giggling about.
What?
Nothing.
I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Did I make an unintentional dirty joke or something?
You may have.
Okay. Dude, anyway, where was I? Right. So my brother, for a while, he was assigned to stand in front of the Louis Vuitton store. And so he's standing there and he's getting hungry. And this dad with kids comes by. And the dad just goes up to my brother and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" My brother's like, "Nah, good. I'm just so hungry. I could totally go for like a burger." And the dad's like, "I'll get you a burger." And he's like, my brother's like, "Okay." And then, a little while later, this dad with his kids, he comes back and he brought 3 little cheeseburger sliders. He just went out of his way. Sorry, I'm getting a little hot in this hoodie. I'm wearing multiple layers. I have this flannel shirt, and then I have my zombie killing shirt, and then I have a tank top because the zombie killing shirt's too low cut for my taste. And layers are always good in winter. No, I'm not gonna stop. Just stop. God, Pikachu. Matthew, can you please oh gosh.
Yes, how may I help you?
Hand me word. A knife, like a fine knife.
Fine enough for you?
It's
Try that one.
yeah, that's good. Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Now it's time to actually carve this. I'm holding it upside down. But let's see. Thank you. Yes, the chainmail bikini does look good to me. Okay. So
Are those the eyes? Are those the eyes?
Okay,
I've got a cat that's going up here. I
Oops.
think this is the ears coming down like that.
sorry guys, hold on a second.
And then these are the eyes.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, is the oven light supposed to still be on?
It's just not light.
Okay. I mean, I figured we wouldn't want it to like burn out.
And the light. There you go.
This nose. This is actually going to require a lot more concentration than I thought. Oh shoot! Come on! Yes, turn! Yes. Get your minds out of the gutter! Jesus! You people.
I'm not the only one that was thinking.
Yeah, I realized as I was celebrating the fact that I got this nose cut that I was like, oh great, someone's totally gonna just take that and just run with it. Oh Lord, actually, I might take that lamp and adjust it so that I can see better. Yeah, I might
Ooh, red
move
light.
it over here a little bit. Thank you, Carolyn.
You're welcome.
So, and they say I have a dirty mind. Yeah. Well, I think we all, to some degree, have dirty minds.
Some of us more than others.
Yes, some of us more than others. Usually, I have the dirtier mind than Matthew, I think.
Usually, I think you mean all the time.
Well, except for maybe like 5 minutes ago.
It's because you were busy doing something else.
Precisely, but that was one of the few times that your mind was dirtier than mine.
Yeah, true.
There you go. Little fly. I took the high ground on that one. Thank you, Pikachu. No, there's no.
It's the exact same place mine did. Right there. That was so strange. Okay.
What? What happened?
He started singing "Shoot Fly, Don't Bother Me." How in the world did you start singing "Shoot Fly, Don't Bother Me"?
I haven't heard "Shoot Fly, Don't Bother Me" in a long time. Hey, Matthew, can you pass me a
Now.
Okay.
What do you need?
Paper towel. Thank you.
Oh. Okay.
I'll put it there. There we go. So yeah, it looks like
Played this old game called it was like Old McDonald's Farm or something. And it was like a reading game.
a
That was
reading.
on the computer.
I don't think so.
I don't think I ever played that.
Is that where you got the song from?
Yeah.
Okay. No, my dad just listens to old music.
Fair enough.
There's also a thing. There was a fat woman or an old woman who swallowed a fly.
Yes, that's a folk song.
Yeah. Did it end with her dying?
Yes,
That's what I thought.
because after a while,
She couldn't breathe. Or I
I
forgot.
know an old woman who swallowed a horse. She's dead, of course.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. It's so hard to get this right. so fun. That's good enough. That's good enough. Oh, maybe I should have had Matthew scrape this a little thinner. Oh well. So I'm playing with my new knives. Ooh, cool. What sort of knives are they? As though I didn't bring my book of knives down here. I got this. What? Just the fact that I have a book about knives and like the history of knives and whatnot
Close enough.
and weapons. What?
It'll work.
Oh, what was so funny, Matthew?
Nothing. I was being snarky
Okay.
and signed, and Matthew understood me, so we're good.
Okay.
I was also lamenting the fact that you did not bring your knife.
Oh, okay. I'll get it down after Thanksgiving. I haven't even seen the final product. Can I see? It worked. It worked.
Mm-hmm.
It worked.
She sounds so surprised.
Do you want to? Well, there's enough room on these gigantic pumpkins to freaking carve another stencil on another side.
I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm very good.
Okay. Wait, what happened to this eyeball? Okay. Sometimes it's hard to even follow the dots.
Mediocre attempt.
First attempt.
I mean,
First attempt in the stove.
oh, you're talking about the food?
Yeah.
Next time will be better.
Reconstituting dried out pie crust is not easy, nor does it result in
Yeah, what sort of flour do you use, Carolyn?
rice.
Rice flour, okay.
Yeah.
You go there, little pumpkin.
Little pumpkin. Oh.
This one belongs to you.
Oh, thank you. That's right. I forgot that pumpkins have lids.
Yes, pumpkins have lids. I feel like that would make a decent cheesy children's story. Pumpkins have lids. It sounds like someone would turn into a cheesy story. Check your text, Kat. Yeah, see, I don't need knives. I have a big chopper. I'll send you a picture. Okay, where did I put my phone?
Nescue.
Hold on. My phone is somewhere. Where on earth did it go? Oh, there it is. Right next to music. Oh, those are nice knives. What?
We're studying for an MSc test.
Oh, okay. Right.
Until graduation.
Looks like I'm gonna have to wash this shirt. Oh well. It's not like I just washed it. I think I got one eye bigger than the other. Oh well. Oh, what?
Stretching.
Oh.
Don't mind me.
You sent. Hey, Matthew. Matthew tried to close it. So yeah. That as the point is my favorite. Yes, it does. Your knives do have a nice curve to it. Oh gosh, right. Now I have to do the mouth. Oh gosh.
Do you need a hand?
It's just making sure I can still follow the pokes because
Candy corn, but in order to get candy corn, I have to walk over there, which is across the line of the screen.
well, Matthew,
You have your jacket. Put your hoodie
It's true.
up.
Yeah, you can cover yourself with your jacket, Matthew.
And for my next trick,
Matthew's gonna take a dive for his candy corn. Will you see him? Will you not?
Probably not.
You're Kenny.
I am now Kenny. Don't kill Kenny.
Kat, if I ever do come out there to visit you, make sure to introduce me to that. Well, Matthew lives north of me by a lot. But I think you two would get along. I mean, I introduced you to him. So what's the design? So the design I'm doing, thank you for joining us. Dang it. The design I'm doing is this flaming skull, and it's taking a while. I got all the poking done. What?
Nothing.
Oh,
You're on my feed.
what? Are you subscribed to me or something?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. So he should cover himself so he doesn't die of embarrassment. He kind of just did cover himself, but I'm not sure what he would be embarrassed about other than, being my boyfriend. No, that was I just burned myself, really.
I have a mouthful of candy corn. What do you want me to say?
There's nothing to say, really. I just burned myself. I didn't burn him.
Would you like some ice for that burn?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
My heart is as cold as it needs to be already, so. My heart works as a fine ice pack. I'm bad at this. He's just nodding yes. I'm bad at hating myself, apparently. It's really hard to get this design right. Come on, turn. Oh, fudge! I'll just cut through here and get through there. And no, add a different ink. There we go. Choppy. Choppy. Am I doing it right? It's so hard to tell. Hold on. Oh gosh, I can't tell. Oh wait, I'm supposed to go up right there.
Would a marker have been more beneficial?
No.
Well, I guess the thing
Like
is,
put a dot in the middle of every section that needs to be.
yeah, true. That would be good.
But that's my non-moving coding experience.
I thought this was gonna be a nice innocent stream, but then I showed up and she's shaking that pumpkin in cold, shaking that. Yes. Thank you for joining, man. You just missed the exciting, wonderful part of poking the pumpkin. Now we get to the mutilation, where I'm probably gonna end up messing all of this up anyway, which I may have somehow, and I'm even more of an expert pumpkin carver, so this is sad. Oh, wait. Oh, that's what I messed up. Oh, well. Looks like I messed up something. I can't undo it now, so you know how pumpkin carving is. Once you mess up, it's like, well, just pass it off like you meant to do it. It's like it's basically how to survive.
Until you make it.
It's how to survive life 101. I was about to say how to survive high school 101, but then I was like, no, it's how to survive life 101. Really.
Now, what I have to figure that out is physics. How do you fake? Yeah, How do you fake physics until you make it? One of you was a physics major.
Well, first you become a feminist journalist, and then you publish articles about feelings that make absolutely no sense.
And then you talk about the gender disparities in physics and publish your doctorate under the pen.
Fun fact, I actually did meet somebody that was going that route.
Oh, I'm
in high
not.
school. Yeah.
Yeah, Matthew, why don't you? How much can you guys hear Matthew? Maybe you can pull up like right here. I don't think you'll be on camera.
That is if you want an answer to your question.
So
Nah, it's okay.
Matthew met a lovely, charming lady, who was all like, they weren't gonna let her in, so she was gonna claim gender something or other, right?
The word you're looking for is discrimination.
Yeah, gender discrimination, wasn't that it? She was some chick was gonna just claim gender discrimination.
Oh yeah, this lady that was running for the presidency of the Rocketry Club at Maryland felt that there was some funny business in the election process. The sitting council for the Rocketry Club allowed the candidates to change their uploaded biographical information a day past the official deadline. And supposedly it wasn't, broadcast effectively enough. So this lady claims that because of that, she needs to, her one opponent needs to immediately resign from the election, and that she should win by default. Gets told, no, and then proceeds to file discrimination charges with the University Honor Council against the current sitting president of the Rocketry Club because apparently he was harassing her and discriminating against her. She's not even an engineer. She's like a biologist or something. So I have no clue why she's in the Rocketry Club.
Because women should be everywhere, and everywhere needs more women. Because apparently gender is what determines what's needed or not, what you're studying and what you know and have learned.
You heard about Google's unbiased robot, right?
The unbiased.
Totally unbiased robot that had to be removed.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Was this similar to the Amazon one?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So how is Google's algorithm working?
Just it picked up on the fact that different people make different life choices, and therefore was voting for people who fit a certain demographic, not because they fit that demographic, but because that demographic was what you were looking for.
Oh, and so that demographic just so happened to be mostly guys.
Yes.
Obviously, the robot was biased and picking up on pre-existing biases, therefore had to be thrown out.
But it was picking up on the pre-existing biases because that's what it was programmed to do.
Well, apparently so, but yeah. Obviously.
Self-learning robot.
Yeah.
So obviously there was something wrong with it.
Of course.
Obviously. Oh my gosh, Matthew. Maybe we should have picked out an easier stencil.
Is this proving?
Oh, it's not that. I mean, it's just kind of getting annoying.
Here, I'll take a turn on that, and you can
Regale your chat.
What?
And she can just
It's a mini.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a tiny mini saw. So why didn't he jab her with the cattle prod?
Whomst are we talking to?
So God Pikachu is asking why you didn't jab me with no.
Yeah.
Maddie.
Oh.
Hold on, let me finish the mouth.
Okay. Because I don't think you'd respond well to a cattle prod.
Yeah.
Nor do I have one readily available.
Yeah, we don't.
That's in my trunk.
Yeah.
Why do you use mine with batteries then?
Oh, what a darn shame.
Hold on. Do you want to read?
Wait, do they use batteries? Mine I have to plug mine in.
To charge the battery. Or did you not buy one with a removable cord?
No, I don't have a removable cord. You see, I have to bring my cows to the outlet in order to, prod them.
Seems like a design flaw.
It really honestly
How
is.
did that get through the testing?
I don't know. Obviously, it wasn't tested by farmers.
Yeah, probably not.
It also seems like a hazard if you're planning on using it the other way. Choking hazard.
Choking hazard with a cattle prod. Ooh.
Actually, that would be hilarious. Actually, that would be it would actually, that would crack me up to no end if cattle prods actually had a choking hazard warning on them.
All right, I gotta make the laptop run to see if I can find.
Oh, wait.
For a cattle prod.
Matthew, could you plug my laptop in?
Yeah, the cord's right over here.
Yeah, I'm running a little low on power. It's not like it's almost dead. So those carving kits are for paint by the numbers for adults. Use a knife and a file. Just freeform it. I didn't want to freeform it.
Hey, Carolyn. I think the robots are rising up. I see that your circuitry's running away.
That is not mine.
Oh, okay.
It belongs to
Brenna.
Brenna.
Oh.
Put it over there.
I'm at this point where some of this stuff just looks like a bunch of stuff.
Problem solved.
You guys, so what am I making? I am carving this design. And it's all just starting to look like dots.
I already showed you this. I'll be right back. This is gonna be funny. I just have to make a bolt out the door without being seen.
You want to borrow my umbrella?
No, I think I can make it out.
Yes, but do you think you can make it back in?
See, that's the point. That's the point I'm
Trying to make.
concerned about. And you'll see why.
Okay. So, hold on. I'm trying to line up everything while the other two goofballs here are trying their best not to be seen.
So much fun.
Yeah, I bet it is. All right, I guess I'll carve this little part out. I'll just carve out the parts that I know are supposed to be carved out. Silence as I focus. There's some guy, what was it? It was internet comments etiquette with Eric, where he did a live stream on, I think, Twitch, where he just did his taxes the whole time. That was pretty funny. Carve it out with a gun. Yeah, that actually reminds me of honestly, who hasn't heard of Tomska in this day and age? But he did a video with Rumi Official called "Shoot All Your Problems Away." Shoot all your problems away. Shoot all your problems away. Grab a gun. Now you're having fun. Just shoot all your problems away. There you go, Matthew. Now your identity is hidden.
You see, who says that I can't hide my identity by wearing a mustache and a beard?
Speaking of mustaches on characters that shouldn't have mustaches. Wonder Woman.
Who?
What is yours?
Aries?
Professor Lupin, who did not
Oh,
shave his mustache
yes.
to play Ares. Not even in the flashback of Ares as a young man. He still had the exact same. So bad.
What are you talking about? Harry Potter
Yes,
Mhm.
and Wonder Woman.
and Wonder Woman.
Yes. If you aren't aware, the same guy played Ares in Wonder Woman.
I haven't
Played
seen Wonder
Professor
Woman.
Lupin in Harry Potter. Well, imagine Professor Lupin as the villain in Wonder Woman. Because that is who it is.
But he's
All
not a
the way
villain.
through.
He's so not a villain.
That's the point.
Wow.
I'm sorry, did I just spoil Wonder Woman?
No. Although I hear it is actually a really good movie.
It was.
And
Decent.
No.
it was decent. All right. Then I'll think about saying it.
You doing okay with that?
Yeah, I think so. I just have to constantly align this. So you haven't. I'm glad. Why did you shoot up your middle finger? Well, okay, that doesn't work. No, it doesn't work.
I don't know. You commented on the guy with the.
No, someone did.
Mm.
So, Tom, who? I don't know.
Tomska.
Oh, Tomska, right. He's the one who did the SDF movies, or as they're sometimes called, the ASDF movies. He's been on the internet for a long time.
See, I've done a little bit of root chopping in my day. That's what I responded to.
Hold on.
University of Maryland apparently doesn't believe in
Okay.
securing the
Hold on.
access hatches to the roofs. So I got the midnight tour of the campus from the people in the Balloon Halo Club. And we ended up on the top of the tallest building. And that was a beautiful view.
Virginia does believe in securing access hatches to rooms.
It's probably a good idea, honestly.
What was the club where you got to go on the roof?
It was the Balloon Payload Club.
Okay.
What do they call it? The Balloon Payload. There's an official name for it.
But everyone just calls it Balloon Club?
Yeah, it's the Balloon Cove.
I should have had you scoop this out a little more, Matthew.
Okay.
Oh well. What's done is done. Hey! So some of you are getting the middle finger to work and some of you aren't. So I'm on my phone. I can't. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so American Phoenix is also driving. And using his mobile phone. So stop making excuses. So tell Carolyn.
I don't have any toys to show. I don't have anything to show and tell for your stream.
Aww. I'm not sure if I will tell Carolyn that, Pikachu.
Oh gosh.
I will consider telling her that. And hope I do it in a way that doesn't make her regret signing the lease to be my roommate next year.
What was that?
Someone made a comment on your physique. It was a complimenting comment.
For a certain value of complimentary.
But I don't think it was phrased in a way that you would like to hear it.
I can always look back up your chat and find it.
Oh, you could look right now. It's yeah. Or yeah, you could join the stream right now.
Dang it.
Join the stream right now.
You're going to have horrible echo until
Well, you could always just mute the sound.
That's what I meant.
Okay, there we go. How much did you guys hear that echo? Probably it's not too bad. And I hope the audio quality isn't bad. My other microphone is not working well, apparently.
He's kaput.
Yeah, Matthew said it is kaput.
Fun fact, kaput is actually the German word for broken.
That makes sense.
You can tell American Phoenix I'm flattered, but I'm not looking for a relationship until I finish school, which at this point can be anywhere from 3 to 5 years away.
Yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles as an engineer. Um, What you looking at, Matthew? Hey, do you want to look up Darwin Awards and read them? No.
It's super echoey because the apartment is super echoey.
Yeah, the apartment is echoey. And also I'm using the built-in microphone right now. Because there were issues with my mic yesterday during White Sith Male's karaoke live stream. And there's an issue with the connector cord now, because that kind of got broken. Unfortunately, a little bit broken, but my microphone, if you guys have been following anything with the live streams, you will know that my microphone has not been okay for the past several months. What you looking at, Matthew?
Just browsing Reddit, of course.
Of course you're browsing Reddit. She can finish.
This is true. Not by much, but.
Depends on my skill. Good. I can't say the same thing.
True enough.
Which part? What?
I tend to just keep the memes and the funny and jokes and the funny stuff.
Well, in that case, it's pretty much interchangeable.
And oh boy.
That's so able to.
French?
No. Fessusum. Et dormire volo.
This, I am broken.
Latin.
I am broken.
Close spot.
I have been broken.
That is so cool. You took Latin in high school, yes?
Ita et.
I am broken.
Universidad et. Yeah. I took 2 years in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we were required to read, write, and speak it. So
In
that's always
what?
For
For just the course,
Aw,
the Latin course,
thanks,
or was
guys.
there another reason that you had to know how to read and speak it?
well, it was a classical.
part of me feels like I should just grab
There
a
was
beer,
lot of
Oh,
but I don't
didn't
think
realize
me,
that.
alcohol, and sharp knives would be good.
But
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't know you went to classical knowledge. I thought it was like community
second longest community college.
college. Okay,
Have we not had this conversation?
I did not know about the first college. I just heard about the community college.
Oh yeah, I don't think.
Older than Denton.
Mm-hmm.
How much can you guys hear that conversation?
Probably too much.
Well, yeah, no
I'm
drinking
not-
and shipping.
Actually.
What?
I was being sarcastic. If random people on the internet want to hear about my life, they can hear about my life. It's their loss.
It's their loss. Oof, indeed.
So I graduated high school, didn't know what I wanted to do. Went to a classical school for 2 years, graduated with an associate's in liberal arts and culture, which was ancient history and ancient languages. Decided that I missed math, transferred back to Virginia, started at community college.
So
My
they
course is
can kind of
transferred.
hear it.
Started over, went from writing several page treatises to this is how you use commas, which was infuriating.
Yes.
But required. Spent 3 years there because I hit the math plane wrong because I hadn't done any math for 2 years at my classical school,
Mm-hmm.
and am now at Tech. 6 years into my higher education.
Oofity oof oof.
I am twice as half as educated as all of my friends, and they will not let me forget it.
Oof indeed.
At least it's It's not as bad as the guy the recruiter from JPL that came to Maryland, that was in Maryland, that could not get into the engineering school because his GPA wasn't high enough. He was in business.
So, do you guys want to hear them
Took
talk, or do you
the-
want to hear me talk?
Took the intro level engineering courses because he got waivers from his advisor, who eventually went. "I can't
Because
take
it's
anymore
kind of
because
hard for me to
And then went.
deal with.
And then he had to finish his entire business degree to be admitted into the engineering program to do an engineering degree.
Oh, but
9.5 years of school later, he got an engineering degree.
So,
And now he's like one of the senior leads on the Europa orbiter project for JPL. So it's like, well, that's
good for persistence.
do you guys want to?
Don't worry, I'll shut up now.
We're done.
What? Okay. I'm sorry.
What? No.
No, we're
Just
Oh.
we derailed your live stream, so we're
It's
done.
okay. Ow. So,
Almost.
and everyone on the stream just watched it.
Why is yours more delayed than mine?
Why is mine? Probably because I'm also streaming it at the same time. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
This is what everyone else is seeing.
It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell which is more delayed at this point. Oh, actually, mine is like twice as delayed, if not 3 times more delayed. That's actually kind of crazy. What I was gonna do is, so I was maybe gonna talk about some of the tunes that I'm gonna play in my next fiddle video, which will hopefully get out by midnight Wednesday, since that's Halloween, right? Yeah, it's on Wednesday. So it's going to be 3 jigs. I'm going to exclude the psychotic relationship because the one about Yin the Headless at Glen Kinnear is it's a good finisher. What do I freaking carve out next? Oh my gosh. So I'll talk about the last tune. Since that one's actually based off of one of my family's oral histories about our own personal Dulahan. It's I know in Scottish and Irish folklore there are fairies that are basically headless horsemen, but that are death bringers. But in my family, it's not just a fairy; it's actually a deceased relative who got his head chopped off in a battle, and his name is Yin, and he used to have a little head. So, a smaller head than everyone else in the family, it seemed. And he's also, I guess, considered the dumbest member of the family. So they called him Yin Little Head, but in Gaelic, which I haven't memorized the Gaelic name yet. And there's different stories, versions of the story exactly. There's one version where it blames him more for his death and his failure in battle. And then there's the version that blames his wife more for his failure in battle. And so the...
I should really stop eating this candy corn.
Yeah, you should stop eating the candy corn. Do you want an actual dinner?
At some point,
I got the leftover stroganoff.
I'm gonna cut it after the stream.
Do you want to slice the pie?
Hmm?
Do you want to slice the pie?
I don't eat dinner. You work hard for that.
What was
I
it?
made 2 pies.
Right. So so one of the version where Yoon gets blamed.
He says, I didn't say no to your food, but I also don't want to eat your food. It's really difficult.
The one where Yoon gets blamed goes like this. So Yoon had a little head and was kind of stupid, so everyone called him Yoon the Little Head. And there was, well, I'll summarize it really. Anyway, so I think this was around the time where the McLeans of Dewarts and the McLeans of Lochbuies were not getting along. We've always had some spats. Even today, there's still a little competition about who's like the older and better branch and whatnot. And I think it was, I think most people have discovered that,
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
yeah, let's have good point, American Phoenix. Let's show some respect to the man who was accurate enough to behead him with his smaller target of a head. I mean, really though, it was going for the neck, but that's still a pretty small target. And so yeah, kudos for him.
Good interesting.
Interesting is one of those words that I adore because it can mean absolutely anything you want it to mean.
I think we talked about that.
Yes, we did.
It was not what I was expecting, though. That's much worse.
Hold on, guys. Okay, so the McLeans of Lochbuie and the McLeans of Dewarts have often had spats about which is the older branch and whatnot. So I think it was the official documented history is that back in the day, tanistry was still a thing. And for those of you who don't know what tanistry is, it was like whoever was seen as the most worthy or who would be the better leader would become the next lord and chieftain. Now, this was banned by the 1500s because this resulted in a lot of death and a lot of family members killing each other so that they could gain power. Even in Ireland, it was an issue. Like, what was it? There was one guy who killed his brother, the brother was a priest. And while his brother was doing the mass, the dude had his priest brother killed so that it would ensure that he becomes chieftain, even though there was probably no way that the priest would become chief. Anyway, oh, thank you. So, where was I? Right. So, the McLeans of Lochbuie descend from the elder son, but it was the little brother who got the chieftainship. So the older brother left, and there was the family had extra land south of Dewart on the Isle of Mull, so he built a castle there, and that became the McLeans of Lochbuie. Anyway, so the clans were fighting, and Ian was going to be off to battle, and what?
Oh my god, left you a message.
What?
Does it come through yet?
Oh, hi, Omega! Hey! Before I go to bed, make me dinner, nod the MF, and shake that ass. Well, if you insist. I wasn't expecting to see you here, Omega. Here's a little butt shake. There you go. That's what you get, man. Thank you for joining before you go to bed. And I wasn't expecting to see you here. Probably thought you were already in bed. That's Jake. Thank you. It's not quite a twerk, but I'm too white for that. Anyway, save that. Yes, I do still do need to do that for what the 100, 200 follower thing for Twitter. And I'd respect. I will not comment. Me a favor. Show. Actually, Carolyn is watching this stream too. That's how I. Okay. Good night, Omegon. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Good night. That's sweet. So actually, I don't think. Yeah, Carolyn doesn't have a
I'm an
Twitter
old
account.
fogey.
Well, the only reason I made a Twitter account was to submit a challenge to Jack's Films of something I created. And then I didn't use it for nearly a year after that. And then I finally started using Twitter. What, Matthew?
Oh.
Just commenting on Reddit.
I've been to one of these places instead of picture.
Okay. So, backstory, right? So, Yoon went out. He went before a battle. It was the day before the battle, and then he came across a woman who, forget the exact name of this fairy, but she's like an old washerwoman who's just washing clean clothes in the stream, and then like blood is running out of them. And so he does what any logical Scot would do. He goes up, kind of moves his head under her chest, says, "I'm your baby," and sucks on her boobs.
Huh? I tuned into that at like the last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Listening before it doesn't display any content.
No, no, that's apparently just if you want to get like your fortune told, that's what you do when you come across one of these fairies, which is normally a bad omen on its own. But if you really want to like understand what's going on, yeah,
Okay.
you're supposed to pretend to be like their child, and they're usually blind, so for whatever reason they'll believe you, even if you're a grown man, and obviously not a talking baby, because of your voice, they'll have to believe you. What are you showing him the comments on the live chat? No? Okay. So where was I? Right. So he does that and she's like, "Okay, if I believe you, if you don't get butter on your porridge in the morning without asking, then you're gonna fail and die." So of course he's just like, "I always get butter on my porridge." So he marches off, and the next day he's also, I should mention, quite petulant. Apparently so was his wife, which is why some version his wife was blamed for this. And in one version it's the servants who don't put butter on his porridge without him asking. In the versions where his wife gets blamed, his wife was making the porridge in the morning, and she didn't put butter on his porridge because he didn't ask, but he was hoping that she would just put butter on his porridge without him asking. And so he gets this porridge with no butter because he didn't ask for butter. And so he immediately goes into panic and tantrum mode. And instead of letting his troops finish their breakfast, he has them march off into battle without getting any breakfast, which is not good because, they're going to be fighting tired and hungry. And so, of course, his troops were losing because they were not fully, their bellies had not been filled. And so then he went into battle, and then his head got chopped off. And now, because he never got butter on his porridge, his soul is forced to roam the earth headless while carrying his rotting head in his ghostly arms as he rides a horse, and he is the bringer of death to the clan of MacLean of Lochbuie. And supposedly, whenever he shows up, a member of the clan dies. So, yeah, some people are like, if only his, horrible bitch wife had just given him butter, and then other people, it's just like, If only he had not been such a petulant child and let his men finish their breakfast, then I don't know, maybe they might have won. But in a lot of the older stories, they like blame the woman. Because that's just how it goes. Is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I should start
That was
carving this pumpkin again. I mean, how long have I been going? Probably a while. How long has the stream been up? Oh, almost 2 hours. What you guys looking at?
XKCD. Apparently Matthew was not familiar.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar either, I guess.
No, I've seen them. It's just I haven't seen them forever. It's unfortunate.
So yeah, that's the story of Ian the Headless. So I wrote a jig for that, a spoopy jig that sounds like, riding a horse and whatnot, and then I have like tried to mimic the trumpets of war in the B part. This is what I cook for myself before battle. Also, who has porridge before battle? Well, if you're Scottish and poor, and the only way you can measure wealth is by how many men you can put on a battlefield, that's when you have porridge for breakfast. Which is a sad truth. Yeah, I'm getting back to the mutilation of fruit, Will. Don't you worry. I'm getting back to it. I'm sorry for the delay. I have people laughing about things. What is this?
It's just a joke.
Oh, yeah, that is good. That's a good joke. Matthew, do you want to carve this a little?
Sure, I can carve it for you a little bit.
Well, I mean, I probably should have had you carving it while I told the whole Headless Horseman story.
Oh, like that.
And actually, I'll tell another Headless Horseman story, a German one. So apparently the German stories of Headless Horsemen are not as creepy as the Scottish ones and the Irish ones. I learned this out. If you guys have ever seen any John Solo videos, he does, I think, a pretty decent job about going into the origin stories of a lot of folk tales, especially he did a whole Disney series version. He did a great job summarizing the Hunchback of Notre Dame, because my mom did read me the abridged version of the original, which cut out a lot of the over-the-top descriptions about the Gothic architecture, which was the whole reason the book was written in the first place. And that story is messed up in a wonderful, interesting twist of a way, if you can call any of that story of a woman basically sentencing her long-lost child to death wonderful. Thank you, Will. What's the next part? This is actually really hard to all get out of here. Ooh, I think I can get this part out. Maybe. Yeah. Hold on.
Sure, do you want me to?
Hold on. After I get... Oopsies. Let me just get this piece, okay, Matthew?
Okie dokie.
And you can take a crack at it. It's actually really difficult in order to keep track of what you're supposed to cut out and what you aren't. Although I could focus. Actually, Matthew, is there anything? I hope I didn't just mutilate my finger. That ain't fruit. Shoot. Ooh, this is hard. This is hard. Is that? think, yeah, that goes in there. That goes up and then back in. Sorry if I'm really quiet right now. I just. The first jig that is going to be in the set was actually written for a goth YouTuber that I used to watch a lot of videos of. She's from New Zealand, currently living in Germany, and she actually really likes Scottish folk music. So I thought she might, enjoy having a little jig dedicated to her. I'm not sure if she'll ever watch it though, but it's the one that you guys got a snippet of that I shared with the hemiolas. That one, it's pretty rad. It's called Miss Queen of Halloween.
The crazy steel door.
I'm yet to see you eat anything off of your knife, and I'm starting to question your love of steel. The reason I'm not licking this really is because it's really sharp, and I don't want to slice my tongue open. I'm already just feeling that pain without even doing it. So it's slowly coming along, ever so slowly. Oh gosh. Oh, I think I got this. Matthew, is there any story you want to tell?
No, because I'm boring.
You're not that boring.
Ever seen professors that can do this?
Yes, it's such a cool skill.
What?
Drawing dotted lines on a chalkboard.
Oh my gosh, when teachers do that, it's incredible.
Guess who can do it?
You can? How long did it take you?
It took me and the other STEM tutors about a day of continuous practice and driving everybody else in the STEM tutoring center absolutely insane.
I think I almost had that skill, but then I didn't work on it.
It is the most annoying sound in the world.
So my Matthew was just words.
Words are hard.
Words. Yay! You got it. That was great. Thank you, Matthew. What is it? See, well, until the second trimester, the baby hasn't decided which opening it will exit through. What? Well, I hope for one of the lower ones, so it won't be fighting gravity. What? At the bottom it said, "Don't you know you can just buy lab coats?" I wonder how many doctors just go as doctors for Halloween. I mean, that'd probably be pretty easy. I mean, if you're going to a Halloween party, but you just got off your shift, you have a ready-made Halloween costume. Think about it. Yes. I'm impressed that people are actually watching me carve stuff into a pumpkin. and have like brief moments of silence.
I'm going to have to leave. My family is calling.
Oh, right, because you have a family talk every Sunday.
More or less.
Do you want me to end my stream so you can talk in here? Or do you want to talk in your room?
It's up to you.
I mean,
Are you about done with your stream?
I was probably going to go for a little more, but I mean, it's been going on for a while and not even done with carving this pumpkin. It'll probably take less time if I'm just focused on carving the pumpkin. So I guess I'll end it. Maybe I'll end it. I mean, I should probably get dinner anyway, and I could finish carving this later. See, I've used one of those mini saws when I was young. They aren't sharp. My blades are sharp. Like under a microscope, they are smooth, not scratched from stone. Cool. That's pretty cool. Which part of this, right, is on this part of the thing?
Guess it comes down to whether or not you want to hear me talk to my family.
I guess so. I mean, I'm sure
Although
Matt,
you guys are going to go watch The Exorcist, aren't you?
maybe, yeah, because we didn't watch it last night. Even though we were going to, we just didn't. Oh, it looks like someone just joined. Hi, person who just joined.
How many people? Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. I think, what was the most? I guess 5 is the most that we've had, which is actually pretty good considering this is my first stream ever. Well, probably I'm the first person watching. So, yeah, so there's you. So then there's Will, there's American. So that leaves one. Nope, someone just left. God Pikachu, I guess, left, and I missed his goodnight statement. He lives in Scotland, England, somewhere, and it's pretty darn late. So, oh, hi, welcome, girlfriend. Hi. I have a painful wrist, and I'm mutilating fruit. Where was I in this fruit mutilation process? Right. I think I was there, around, and there, here, to there.
Where did you put me to?
Hold on, Matthew. I'll go for a little longer, guys, but this is probably starting to get a little boring for you, I guess. Because now I'm entering like silence mode. Hi. I think I have a vitamin D deficiency, so.
They count the shots, so the bullet count was accurate.
Oh gosh.
Long reloading times, and he did all his own stops because Keanu was just amazing.
Talking about Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
How many movies has he even been in? Because he's usually just known for The Matrix. So, I mean, I would feel kind of bad if he's been in like a whole lot of other movies, but all people really know of him is The Matrix. Yeah, go eat with the family. Unfortunately, we don't have those types of pumpkins in Brazil. You guys don't have carving pumpkins in Brazil? That sucks. I got this pumpkin for $3.88 at Walmart. Matthew. I should talk about. So originally, Matthew and I were going to go pick pumpkins out of a pumpkin patch at a farm, and so we go to this place, and this farm's having this little festival, and so you can get pumpkins for $10 and under. That they get from the patch and then just bring, and then you don't have to pay for an entrance fee for the festival. Thing is like a pumpkin this size was, or even slightly smaller, was about $10. So we're like, well, that's swindling people out of money. And in order to get into the pumpkin patch, you would have to pay $10 to get into the pumpkin patch. And then you would also have to pay for whatever pumpkins you picked. So if a pumpkin like this was $10 and we went out to the pumpkin patch to pick one of these pumpkins, well, that's just $20 for a single pumpkin. That is not okay. That is too expensive. That is not something I'm willing to spend. So we left the farm and went to Walmart. And Walmart is where you can get anything.
That is chemistry.
What is chemistry?
It had a description of movie science montage versus actual science montage.
Oh, yeah, I've seen stuff like that floating around Tumblr for years. Because I used to use that site. Oh gosh, like I partly know what I'm supposed to carve out for that. And, I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I can. No, I can't. Another thing that Matthew and I were gonna do was 6 people words. 6 people are watching now. Hello. So another thing Matthew and I were gonna do was do a haunted corn maze, but that's $10 a person, and we're college students. So we said no. Matthew and Carolyn are competing on memes.
No.
Not competing, just sharing.
They're sharing memes with each other behind the camera because both of them are scared to go on camera.
Not scared.
Just unwilling.
You're scared.
Prudent.
Scared.
Yeah. Prudent is a good word. I don't think we can use interesting. I don't think that works.
No,
in
you
this case.
can't. You can't use interesting in this case at all. Yay! So anyone who just came in, I'm trying to do this flaming skull design.
Like the smart engineer.
It's kind of hard. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing the stream. That was even. All right then. I guess I'll keep the stream going on a bit longer then. You know what, Matthew? Maybe I should have a beer, or not. I don't know.
How do you want the pumpkin to turn out?
Well, it's not like I'm saying give me the whiskey we got last night. We're we finally found an alcoholic beverage and then a pina colada that Matthew actually will enjoy.
All right, I'm going to go talk to the family.
Sounds good.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Thank you.
Carolyn. I guess not many people are coming. For anyone wondering who the person with the umbrella is, who hasn't been here for a while, that's Carolyn, my roommate. Here, Matthew, how about I finish the right side of the pumpkin, and you can take a jab at the left side of the pumpkin since you're left-handed.
Okay.
I'm almost done with the right side, and believe me when I tell you that you're gonna have to constantly be looking at the stencil. Hi, Timmy. You can get a hi. Hi, Timmy.
I wanted to show Carolyn the professor memes.
Aw.
It's trivial.
Well, if you wake up early enough.
No.
That's what I figured.
Mhm. You making the sacred Did you notice not one but many?
I think you might have gone over that with me. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Here, I got this one. Sometimes you have to like take a moment and look for a pattern.
Yeah, I know. The pumpkins are really thick-walled.
And on top of that, like there's all like the brown stuff on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that can make it even harder to recognize the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone want to see the pumpkin that Matthew carved? Matthew's turning himself into Kenny again. Hold on. Matthew's hiding. Anyway, so it's a spoopy tree with there's a cat down here, and you got a bat. He got a really easy design. It's a pretty good design for this size pumpkin, actually. And I guess this is a good size for this pumpkin. So yeah. I'll finish. I'll do one more. I'll finish this one thing, and then you can take a crack at this, Matthew. What you getting?
Phone charger.
Phone charger. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
What?
I forgot where my hat.
Did you guys see Matthew's face? Oh, welcome back, Will. I'm not sure if you were here when I was telling the story of the expensive pumpkin patch that me and Matthew said, or Matthew and I said, no thank you to, because it was too expensive.
The what now?
What are you looking at, Matthew?
Hold on. Fact checking. Let me know when you're ready.
Fact checking for what?
Something I just read.
Oh. I'm mostly just mutilating fruit right now. But I guess while Matthew does a little fact checking, we'll try to cut out.
No.
One more
Here,
piece.
I can.
I'm
I'll
almost.
switch. I'll switch.
I'm over. I'm like just over halfway gone.
Here, you focus on your stream a little bit. And I will-
Okay. Well, part of the whole stream was me mutilating fruit, but
Yeah, if you want to mutilate fruit, you can. I don't know. Do you have an orange or something you can like mutilate?
so I just washed these clothes, but I guess I'm washing them again. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. Oof. Oof. Hey Matthew,
Hi.
do you want another shot of Jim Beam?
Sure, if you're heading in that general direction, or you want me to get it?
Well, do you want it?
Sure. If you're heading that way. No, I mean, I'll go get it for you.
What?
I'll go get it for you.
Okay. I mean, I was just gonna offer you something. So we found out. So Matthew does not like the taste of alcohol.
Not like the last 2 times.
What?
Nothing.
But yeah, it's been so hard finding some drink that he will like. What was he in the process of taking out? I don't even know. So anyway, where was I? Right. So Matthew doesn't like most alcoholic drinks, it seems, but he's discovered that he likes pina coladas, and I took him to the ABC store yesterday, and
Nice.
sure, and we got some Jim Beam Kentucky Fire, which is what I had for my 21st birthday. And it's been discovered that he really likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Why not the fire? Start off with the fire. I was actually thinking about having a beer, but fire. Oh, I thought you were gonna use the shot glass.
I can go when I can.
Oh no, it's fine. You can just pour
But
it.
I know roughly where it is since we did that last night. Because that's one shot.
Yeah, depending on how much ice is in there, yeah.
What was the shot? Which one were you?
I don't know.
Have
Okay. So yeah, this is some Kentucky Fire with some ice. Yeah, I think I have more ice than fire, but that's okay. For any of you who have had hot tamales, it's like drinking hot tamales, the candy. And why do I have so many tabs open? And
Did you hand me the chopsticks? Was there really that job? I'm using it as a
yeah.
pusher.
Which one did you just get out?
One of the little flames on top.
Okay. Didn't. So Matthew is taking a quick crack at the pumpkin because it's been taking me a while, but if you want to get the flames right, it takes a while.
Excuse you.
Let me finish, especially when you're talking and trying to be entertaining on the street and you have ADHD. Which really it's more of a one-track mind sort of thing.
Right.
If you're trying to focus, if you're actually like trying to focus, which when I do focus on pumpkin carving, which I absolutely love, I'm just silent. I am in the zone. So if you guys don't mind me just being absolutely silent and drinking alcohol for a moment as I mutilate fruit. I'll go back at it.
You have to get like those,
The people on the boardwalk that make those paintings.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta get like that.
Hold
crazy
on, I'm
music
gonna
going.
move the lamp turn, or the lamp.
The lamp turn.
The lamp turn!
Indeed.
Good enough.
Don't break that one. Don't break the house.
If anything's gonna break, it's my expensive piece of equipment,
Yeah, well.
which is the last thing we would want breaking.
Yeah, don't do that.
And that won't reach, probably.
Ooh, the kids, the pumped
Ooh,
up
the
kids,
fire.
pumped up.
All right, Matthew, can I take another crack?
Sure.
Here, I'll move. Oops. Yay, all right. Thank you, Matt.
Welcome.
So, yeah, I know you guys like me when I'm drunk. Why don't you show them what else we got? We got some really cheap scotch. This was like, it was on sale for $26.
Did you want beer?
I don't want to. Well, let me finish this fire. I sip it. Oh, there it is. There's the knife. It's sticking right out at me, out of the pumpkin.
Because that's where you put a carving knife. So it doesn't, get you.
Yeah, so the Kentucky Fire is a bourbon, but it's sugary. It's quite sugary.
That's pretty good.
I technically can't have any, but it's the weekend. Basically, this is going to be a drunk stream. Well, I mean, it's been a sober stream for a while, and I know you guys adore me when I'm drunk, so. And it doesn't take much. That Kentucky Fire is only like 70 proof. So it's pretty light for a hard liquor. Okay. Ooh. Right, it's that one. Okay, so that goes in like that. And then it goes up like that. I lost. Wait. It can be hard to keep track of this. Can't it?
So there's apparently an island in the Pacific called Yap, where they use giant stone discs as a form of money. And these stone discs are solid things that can weigh hundreds of pounds. And they don't actually change location when you use them for a transaction. It's just the ownership changes by word of mouth.
Well, I mean, if you're on a tiny thing in a tiny Pacific island called Yap, I mean, what else are you gonna do with stones? Am I right?
Guess so. And there's a post-apocalyptic monument in Georgia.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's got like survival instructions and like advice on it, and there's like a time capsule buried underneath.
Oh yeah,
it.
you told me about that. Did any of you guys hear about Did any of you guys hear what Matthew just said about the island called Yap? That's interesting. Is that what you were fact checking?
Yeah, to make sure it was actually real. Holy crap! I found a video
Of Yap?
No.
Oh, because that would have been interesting.
No, I think I found something cooler.
Oh. Where am I? What am I carving?
A video of a.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. This design is insane for any of you that haven't seen it. It's just, I'm trying to carve this part out right now, I think. Yes, this is the part I'm trying to carve out right now. Okay. So they heard. So you found video of what, Matthew?
Wow.
What?
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm just changing.
Is it that Darwin Award video where the guy falls into the elevator shaft? Because I know when I saw that in high school, I laughed at first, and then I slowly realized, oh, I just watched someone plummet to their death. That's not exactly funny. But at the same time, the dude had plenty of time to stop his wheelchair.
No, I found a video that was stitched together of lots of images from the Rosetta lander that from the European Space Agency that landed on a comet back in 2016.
Oh, the
And-
one where one of the guys was grilled for wearing the shirt.
No, this is a video from the comet. It's a
I'm just
flippin'
saying
video from a comet. That is the coolest thing ever.
Yes, it is.
Yes, the tiny little bit of information you're going to get about me from this stream is that I am an aerospace person that is a complete space buff. It would be kind of sad if I was an aerospace major that did not care about air and space.
I'm sure there are people like that.
Oh yeah, I know a
I'm
few.
sure there are people who start off who care, and then as it goes on, they care less and less.
Mhm.
Matthew, can you get me another Thank you. Are you having some more?
I'm having some of the cheap scotch.
That's all right for cheap scotch.
Yes, it is.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Hello, Bloodstream. Hello. Welcome. Hi, I am what I'm doing is I'm carving a pumpkin in this design, talking, and having a little alcohol now.
If you post it to Discord, Nathan and Luke might join.
Oh yeah. I will add it to the Discord. That's a grand idea. Oh, Jason just. Okay, I was just checking something on Discord. Look, I haven't even had a full shot of alcohol yet. But yeah. I am a light stream. Okay, my service is fucked worse than socialist country. Thank you. It's nice to meet you too. And I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, American Phoenix. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Oh, hey, Luke. So everyone, meet Jade, aka Luke, one of Matthew's friends. Hi. I'm drinking the stuff that Matthew sent a picture to Nathan last night. We found another drink that Matthew likes. Yay! What was I carving out again? Right, I was gonna start a new thing, which is the next one I should start. Oh gosh. So I'm doing this design. Matthew has friends. Luke is one of his childhood friends.
Ouch! Jeez. Y'all are mean.
Fine, you want me to kiss the pumpkin? How's that? How's that, Luke? Enjoy that? Have a grand old time? All right, what's the next one? I guess we'll carve out that one. should I carve out? I'll carve out the little pit. I don't know what is the little part. Okay, I see what I did. So there's gonna be parts in the stream where I'm just kind of quiet because I'm trying to carve a pumpkin.
And I'm eating candy corn.
Yeah, Matthew's eating candy corn because he loves candy corn. I don't blame him. Actually, when I was in first grade, was I in kindergarten? No, I was in first grade. So the elementary school I went to had this event called Halloween-go. So every like October, they would have costume contests, bingo, guess how much candy is in whatever jar, little bake sales, all that sort of stuff. It was fun. I actually won bingo once. No, or was it a costume contest? Oh, the light's on. Are you okay, Matthew? I'm not going too late, am I?
Oh no. Go ahead. I'm just on Reddit. Being a filthy internet scrub. I'm really tempted to start playing Rainbow Six Siege, honestly.
Oh, hi, Mid. I'm so glad you're carving too. Pumpkin carving buddies. Yeah, about 4 or 5 days before Halloween is a good time to carve a pumpkin without it going south too much. 7 days max. That's iffy because around that time it usually starts growing mold, and although it's Halloween and you want the creepiness, you don't want to deal with putting your hand in a moldy pumpkin to light a candle.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I have lit moldy candles. I mean, moldy pumpkins with candles in them. Because I like to admire my work for a long period of time. This one. I'm almost done, actually.
Do we have candles?
Yeah, I had mom put some candles in with the Halloween decorations that I got.
Are they in the bin?
Yeah, I got them at the dollar store near my childhood home for $1. I had a whole lot, but then I burned a whole bunch in the winter for heat. What? Candles for heat?
Mm-hmm.
Look, Matthew, when you're cold enough. Oh, oops. That's supposed to go out here. And we had this contraption where it created a convection current, which in a flower pot with a bread tin actually gave off heat, and it was really nice when it got really cold in winter.
That actually sounds really cool.
Yeah. I think my dad learned how to make it with a YouTube video.
YouTube is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. What's interesting is, so the Italian part of my family seems to marry a lot of Irish and Scots, which is kind of funny for whatever reason to me. Which part does that go to? I am lost. Hold on. Curve. Out. Curve. No, but wait. I got lost. Wait.
You've basically finished the right side and the top left side. Therefore, you are most certainly in the bottom left.
I know that part, but I guess it took a wrong turn, but luckily it's not going to damage the final product. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Actually, Irish and Scots are the best ones to be. Well, actually, what's interesting is oftentimes it is. Actually, it's both. For example, my grandfather, James LaFemina, married my grandmother, Jean McGraw, and then his older sister married an Irish immigrant, or at least his parents were immigrants. Like we're talking like fresh off the boat. The point where James, not my grandfather James, but my grandfather's sister's husband, James, his brother-in-law. He was the third James in his family, and because of the accent, he was called Jimmy the Turd, and he hated when people called him that.
I wonder why.
And he actually passed away a few years ago due to Alzheimer's, or maybe it was just a couple of years ago. It's pretty recent. May he rest in peace. Oh, that part was supposed to get carved out there.
Good grief, that man is a boss.
What? Which man? Mad Jack Churchill?
No, I just watched a guy come in at basically zero velocity and land an airplane on a beach, on a narrow flipping beach. Just landed it. He just nailed that landing. It was quite impressive, honestly. I didn't think you could.
Oh, you're having scotch rather than the fire. Did you not realize? Did you mean to pour the other one?
Nah, that's okay.
No, give it. What?
No, that's fine. I just need a few ice cubes.
Matthews, yes, Mad Jack Churchill is amazing. If anyone is watching this,
Who's Mad Jack Churchill? Yeah, never mind.
you know,
Never mind.
did I not tell you who it is?
Tell me.
I don't mind telling the story. He's actually absolutely amazing. He's Count Dankula dedicated a whole video to him. Everyone should hear about him, praise his name. You know, he's.
Oh, was he the Scotch person that ran into battle of the Claymore?
Well, I'm not even sure if he was even Scottish. I don't think it was even a claymore he had, but he did have a sword. He brought a sword to a gunfight and won, man. He brought a sword, bow and arrow, and bagpipes to a gunfight and won. I mean, we're talking a man who earned praise. Like, he was also a bit, probably trigger happy. Should I have a beer or scotch?
Up to you, darling.
I don't know. What do you think? Well, I know you think I should have none of it.
Yes, that's.
What do you guys think? Beer, scotch, or bourbon?
None of the above is also a valid answer. This comes from the
boyfriend.
Yes, the
So
keep
basket
Catherine healthy.
hilted clam. Yeah. Count Dankula did do a video on him. Luke said I should have all. So I already had some of the bourbon. Well, you're no fun sometimes. You're okay, math. I mean, well, look. Says the one who has finished a bottle of wine without using it to cook in one night, all by himself.
Are you harassing one of your viewers?
No.
I apologize on Catherine's behalf, viewer who has been harassed. She is drunk.
I'm not drunk.
She's drunk. Don't believe
I'm
it.
not drunk.
She's had a shot. Anybody that's a repeat viewer knows that one shot's all it takes.
I'm not drunk. So with this part, I'm going to be doing it in tiny sections. I'm almost done with this. It's only taken forever and a half.
Really?
I'll wait forever lifetime to find I'm not alone, and there's a silent storm inside me, and someday I'll be calm. Someday I'll be calm. Haven't you guys heard that song? It's a wonderful song. It was one of Norway's entries into Eurovision. I think it was their 2014 entry. Yeah, it was their 2014 entry. It's frankly like my favorite song from that year. It's absolutely beautiful. I could sing it for you guys if you want. It's a tall, flesh and bone, should feel whole, but the void, my silent storm, I'm here to use my heart and my hand. Somehow the bruises changed my plans. And there's a silent storm inside me, looking for a home. I hope that someone's gonna find me and say that I belong. I'll wait forever and a lifetime to find I'm not alone. And there's a silent storm inside me, and someday I'll be calm. Bye, Gareth. Ask myself what comes next. Should I fly or will I fall? My silent storm, I'm here to use my heart and my hand. Somehow the bruises changed my plans. And there's a silent storm inside me, looking for a home. I hope that someone's gonna find me and say that I belong. I'll wait forever and a lifetime to find I'm not alone. And there's a silent storm inside me, and someday I'll belong. Someday I'll belong. Someday I'll belong. Yeah, and that's that song.
That's very pretty.
I know, I absolutely love that song. Oh, it's one of my favorites. It's just so beautiful, and I guess my voice works well with it too. Does it?
I think so.
Thank you. It's one of those songs where, like, if you can really get emotion into it, it could break hearts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It takes a true artist, I think, to make that song shine. Not saying I'm a true artist or anything. I'm just saying that, like, it's a good song. How is it, Matthew?
Mm-hmm.
You like it? It's decent?
It's okay.
You can handle it?
Mm-hmm.
So, Thank you. It looks like a lot of people have left. I'm almost done with this anyway. I have just like one more big thing after the thing I'm doing is done, and then I'll shut off the stream. Maybe we can light up the candles. Our fridge is noisy. Oops. Yay, got it all. I'm not tipsy. After less than a shot? No. Not at all.
Less than? You had more than a shot.
No, that was like less. That was mostly ice. Right. I'm on this last little bit right here. Apparently a mostly German folk band at oh shoot. I messed up. Oh well. It's all fire in the end. Yay, I'm so close, guys. Look! Yay!
Nice.
I'm almost done! Oh, this is the last time in a while I'm doing the flaming skull. Just putting that out there. Hope I didn't say that too southern. Well, I guess Luke left. You could message him and see if he left. I'm sure a lot of people are getting bored now. But you know, I kind of expected that. Wasn't sure how many people were gonna want to watch me sit here for like 3 hours. Matthew, can you pour me just a little bit of the scotch?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're talking like a shot, half a shot?
Shot.
Okay.
Do you want to like use the
I'll
actual
use the
shot
shot.
glass
I'll get a
to
shot
measure
glass.
it out?
Do you want ice?
There's enough ice in there. It's fine. Oh shoot! Okay, so there's a little spot that I need to cut out. I'll do that after the big thing.
There you go.
Actually, I'm not even sure if my parents are watching or not. Well, I'm glad you're here, Will. You got what? You're waiting at Olive Garden? I've only eaten at Olive Garden once.
They're like free bread is good.
Well, the
Because
reason
I like free stuff.
I think the main reason I've only been to Olive Garden once is because, so since my mom is half Southern Italian, she found the old advertisements really racist to Italians.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know my mom of all people, the one who says other people should suck up, everything. She was she just did not like how they portrayed Italians in the old commercials.
Uh-huh.
So, she was just like, no. So, but I did get to eat at Olive Garden, because it was my grandfather's birthday on my dad's side of the family. My grandpa McLean, who was a mechanical engineer, he used to work for Remington Guns, and they worked for Ormet. Anyway, it was his birthday, and so it was a surprise party at Olive Garden, and my mom didn't come, and neither did my brother. It was just me and my dad. We drove the 3 hours plus or so.
The only time I've been to an Olive Garden was because I had a gift card,
And so my family got a complete meal for free. And it wasn't good enough that we ever went back. Of course, that might not be Olive Garden. That might have just been the one we went to. But that was our experience.
Yeah, I think the Olive Garden I went to up, what was it? I think it was in Ohio, because I think that was the nearest Olive Garden to my grandparents' house,
Mm-hmm.
because they live in the Ohio River Valley, but on the West Virginia side. In a town that's not too far from Moundsville. Oh shoot, was I supposed to go out more? Yes, I was. I was supposed to go out up here more. And then go to, fudge. I fudged it up. 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 I see the service out here sucks, so I'm getting buffering. Well, thank you for sticking around. No, I'm watching this. Not sure if my roommate's still watching this. You're still watching this, Will. So I guess that'd be kind of interesting if my parents were watching this. I know my mom found my YouTube channel. I promised my parents I would never go over politics on YouTube, so I'm keeping that promise. I actually promised my dad long before I even made the channel, I think. He's like, promise me you won't do politics videos on YouTube. And I was like, I promise. And he's like, good. And then years later, I actually did YouTube videos. So I'm keeping my promise, Dad. I'm carving pumpkins. Although you're probably not happy about me drinking scotch, but this is from cash I got a while ago. I just saved up. Saved for a while. What you looking at, Matthew?
Just scrolling through Reddit stuff. Nothing terrible in particular. Ooh,
You know what I just realized I should have been doing this whole stream?
What?
Wearing my vampire teeth.
Probably.
I'll do that for when I record the jigs.
Okay.
Maybe my dad's cousin Vince is watching. Yes. No politics, only booze. Yes. Unlike Dr. Rando McCann. You know which YouTube channel I'm talking about. I like his videos. I haven't watched him in a while. I should really get back to that. I haven't watched him since like March. He does both politics and booze. And he drinks Jack Daniels right out of the bottle. It's kind of funny seeing a Brit drink Jack Daniels. I'm not sure which would be cheaper, actually, because, I mean, over in the UK, you'll pay for the shipping, right? You got, all that stuff, the importation and whatnot, that would raise the price sort of like it does for Scotch here. So I wonder if Jack Daniels is as cheap overseas as it is here, and I guess it depends on the country. But I've heard mixed reviews about Jack Daniels. You know what? I should do a set that's all just alcohol themed one day. There's a lot of tunes about alcohol.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Which I'm not the first person to suggest that. I'm on the last part, Matthew.
Okay. Oh no, that's fine. I'm fine just browsing at it.
All
I'm
right.
easy to please.
Well, that makes it understandable why you would date me.
Ouch!
Well, that's an out to me.
Stop it.
How much fire have you had?
I only have 1.5 shots. I swear.
Okay.
No, we went through it last night.
We went through like half the bottle last night.
Yeah.
And that was mostly you. Wasn't it?
I think we pretty much. Well, I had like 1 or 2 shots more than I had like 1 or 2 shots.
You
more
had
than
2 shots more than I did.
So yeah.
And you've been going at it with the scotch too, which
I didn't have it really. I only had 1 shot last night.
that's true, but you're on number 2 today. Do you like it?
It's pretty good.
It's not like blech. I mean, you keep on going back for seconds for that rather than the beam, so.
And we'll use up.
Oh, okay. But right, you like how it makes you feel. You admitted that last night in your drunken state. Matthew got drunk for the first time. It's really hard to get him that way because we're on opposite ends of the spectrum. Whereas what? Well, look, let's put it this way. It's really hard to get him tipsy, but it's really easy to get me tipsy. Like half a shot, 3/4 of a shot, like 3/4 of a glass of wine. And I am buzzed. I start feeling the buzz. With him, it takes a lot of the hard stuff to get him. I don't know if they are. Hi. Nothing bad happened, I promise. What? No, I don't think they're listening.
Oh my god.
Matthew. I can always delete the stream afterwards. What?
Nothing. Carve your pumpkin. I'm just browsing Reddit.
I'm sorry, Matthew. You can slap me later. Let's see. Oh, and you never answered about being my co-host. Oh, alcohol, like fiddle music, never would have guessed that. So what was your question about me being your co-host? I'll be your co-host. For stuff. Although next semester I am taking a way heavier course load. Just to see like how much I can actually like get in. Because I'm gonna try to graduate as fast as I can because there's only so much money, and my dad went on disabilities last week. So there's only so much money that's been saved up and put away to help get me through with as little debt as possible. Where was I? Right. So while or take is ready. Oh, okay. Bye, Will. Bye. You'll have to ask me more about the co-host thing later. All right. So how am I going to get this last part, and then we can empty it out into the trash can, which I just took the trash bag out for, and replaced it. Oh, now I see how I did this. Okay. How many people are actually watching this? Leave a comment. Because I know there has to be 3 other people besides me. Or maybe not a comment, but like type in the live chat. And if there's 3 other people, and if Carolyn forgot to close it, then there's at least 2 other people here. So where are they? What? What's going on, Matthew?
Just browsing around. It's funny.
Okay, you're trying to forget what I said.
Huh?
Nothing. Get through there. Get through. Get through. Get through. Come on. Come. Well, it got out on my jeans, but it's look. Oh, great! I gotta edit. Edit the inside of the pumpkin. Edit. I actually need to work on my editing. I wonder how many people have like opened my stream in a window and then forgotten it was there, but they just wanted me to feel like they were watching, so I didn't feel bad about how boring my stream is, because it's just me blabbering and talking and carving a pumpkin. Okay, thank you for working on my schedule, Will. That's nice. For those of you who don't know, I think I saw Will mentioned it in the comments. The way we became internet buds is he was one of my earliest followers, along with like Omegon and I think even Tailed Feature. And his first and last name, it's the same first and last name as one of my high school buddies. So at first I thought he was one of my high school buddies, but I wasn't sure, and so we just started talking, and that's when it was revealed that no, he's not one of my high school buddies. He was on the other side of the country, and they just happen to have the same exact name, everything spelled the same exact way. It's pretty good, pretty funny. I won't break Matthew. I promise. Oh, I try not to break him. Try not to break him.
Who said that?
Oh, Will said try not to break you.
Too late.
Well,
What's up?
shit.
What's up?
I may have broken something as I was turning this upside
Oh,
down.
one flame won't make too much of a difference.
No, it was like part of the mouth.
Oh, one mouth might make a difference.
I just have to hope this doesn't wilt for Halloween. And I'll have to sweep up the pumpkin mess. Okay. So let's clean up this pumpkin mess. And
You want to put the candles in it? Turn off.
yeah.
I have candles here.
Let's clean up the pumpkin mess first.
Okay, which?
Fudge. The lighter is in the bathroom. Well, because if you take a shite and it really stinks. Wait, did you dump all of the stuff that's in the pumpkin out?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wash these clothes again. Matthew, you really don't want to be on camera.
Nope, not at all. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, I'm the bane of your existence.
You are not.
I love you. Wait, Matthew, don't let it till we get it up on the table.
Okay.
Oh, I don't eat.
Have a candle.
And did you? Well, let's light it.
Yeah. I'll flip off the.
All the lights.
Yeah.
Come on, light, you darn flame. Sometimes this lighter just does not want to work. Come on. Wait, where did my whiskey go? There it is. Wait, Matthew, I haven't lit. Finally. Hopefully the candles are big enough to.
Illuminate. Do you have bigger ones?
Come on, there we go. No, these are my pumpkin candles.
Ready?
Yeah. Come on. There we go. Okay, let me see how it looks with the. Hold on. Where am I? Ah, there we go. I have no idea what just fell. So yeah, this is. Yay! Yay! I guess the other people who are watching are also carving pumpkins. So for those of you who are also carving pumpkins, here's what ours look like. Yay! Talk about an old flame, am I right?
Exactly.
You're taking pictures?
I sure am.
Why are you wearing? What? Oh, what did I just kick? I kicked your shoe.
Cool.
Yay, they're so pretty.
R&D.
Thank you for finding such wonderful stencils, Matthew. I guess I'll take a picture too with my camera.
Okay. Sounds
And try
good.
not to trip. Oh, and then I'll post it on Twitter.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yay! And now we're gonna have to clean up everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to close the blinds.
Oh, well, we can do that in a second.
Wait, one thing. We should close the blinds for privacy.
Probably.
We wouldn't want any snipers, am I right?
Yeah,
Flashback to first grade. Woo!
we could live through that.
Not many. Or was it junior? No, it was first grade. So not many of you guys probably know, but since I'm on here and we're about to actually start cleaning everything up. Oh, I'm almost done with this one. Woo! 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 We're gonna have to wash all our pumpkin crumbs. Where's the bag? Okay. We'll put the used stuff in here.
Okay.
And where's
put the
the did you use this?
What
What was the knife you used? Did you put it back in
I
there?
put it back in there. Yeah.
Oops.
I already washed it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm good.
I'll wash it tomorrow. And I'll leave these burning just a little bit because I got them. Woo! So back years and years ago, over a decade ago now, around 15 years ago. How do you like the stem for this, huh? There was a sniper in the Washington D.C. area, and with an accomplice, and it was a scary time, man. It was there were days we weren't allowed out for recess. And when I was in elementary school, I went to public school. Matthew was homeschooled, and it was pretty spooky.
Yeah, I remember several times. One time in particular in a Safeway parking lot, that my mom saw a car that looked very similar to the last reported car that the snipers were using, and getting me down in the back seat of our car and just hunkering down there for a few minutes.
Oh yeah. Well, I think I remember what ended up happening was that
Well, they cornered him in a park, like a truck stop
Yeah.
on 270.
But the thing was, they weren't even driving the car that they were reported to have been driving to.
Yeah, they were driving something else.
Yeah.
They got caught because the accomplice actually phoned into the police tip line and told them, "You'll never catch us, and you should check out such and such case that happened down in, I think it was Alabama, possibly Tennessee.
Why is this all greasy?
And you should check that out." And that gave the police the tip they needed in order to put the pieces together and figure out who these people were and what car they were driving.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't think we would have caught them anytime soon.
Oh yeah, there's some people where just their pride gives them away. Like my classmate in my communications class, her brother, I know I've mentioned this story on Twitter before. Her classmate, my classmate, her brother had stolen 26 bottles of booze from an ABC store that was right along Lake Thoreau in Reston, Virginia. And the police are going. So here's what happened, which this isn't exactly what the news article said, but this is coming from the sister of the perpetrator. Oh my God. So what happened was, night one, he stole 13 bottles of booze. Night two, and got away on a canoe. I think he stole the canoe. And he got away on the canoe too. He stole the canoe too and got away on it. And then, why is that handle greasy? And then on top of that, he went back the next night, got 13 more bottles of booze, and then got away. And then the police, they were interviewing people to see if there were any witnesses, and they came across him, and he was all like, "Well, I heard he was getting away on a canoe." And so the police were like, "Okay then." So they staked out the place. They were waiting there, and when he came, I guess the microphone isn't picking up too much. When pumpkins and candy smell nice. Where was it? Right. So he was caught that way. Now, what the Washington Post article says is the canoe capsized, but what I was told by the sister of the perpetrator is that the bottles were hidden under the lake on purpose. So when he got out, he and a friend of his were diving for the alcohol, and they recovered half the bottles. So there's still 13 bottles of booze on the bottom of Lake Thoreau in Reston, Virginia. I have no idea how good they are still, because it's been several years. But, I mean, there's probably still some Hennessy and vodka down there.
So the next time you want to go diving, Reston, Virginia is your
Reston,
go-to
Virginia,
spot.
and Lake Thoreau. You might get some booze down there. I'm gonna wash my hands. So thank you to those who are still watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. If you guys are also carving pumpkins, you can send. You can tweet at me at catgutmclean. Each part is capitalized. McLean is so cat is capital C, gut capital G, and McLean capital M, and then C, I think uppercase C, and then LAIN. Although probably most of you are already following me on Twitter. So yeah, just send me whatever you guys are carving because I'd like to see that because I love pumpkin carving. Yeah. So have a good night. Thank you. And